Hello everybody, PaceStream here again, doing another vlog. I forgot yesterday again, because I'm very clever, but I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it today instead. People messaging me in League of Legends. Fantastic. It's the 18th of June, 2012. It's currently 5:54 p.m. I'm good. I'm organising for Face Check, which is on at 8 p.m. So sadly, by the time you see this, you don't get to watch it. But if you tune in every Monday 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, you can catch that. It's essentially it's a League of Legends Australian-based webcast, a lot like State of the Game, State of the League, except Australian, but for League of Legends, which of course State of the Game isn't. My last vlog went a little bit long, a little bit short, a little bit long, so I'm going to try and keep this one a little bit shorter, hopefully under 10 minutes, and that seems like a reasonably optimum thing. Anyway, stuff is kind of happening. It's exciting. Pulsefire Ezreal's been delayed, which is sad. People are complaining about the price and stuff, but I personally have no problem. Again, it's a cosmetic item in a game that you don't need. Like, as long as Riot never make it so that you get a very clear advantage in any sense by paying money for, I don't know, like if they gave you boosted stats for money, for example, that would be wrong. That would be very wrong. But I think Riot know that, and there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure I'll talk about it tonight on Face Check, but yeah, it's cool. In just general, I think the skin's cool. I have nothing wrong with the price. The fact that it's going on sale and it's going to be cheaper than a legendary skin is pretty ridiculous. And then, I mean, everyone's going to buy it, whatever. It's probably a marketing tactic other than anything else, and there's nothing wrong with Riot making money. So, again, you don't have to buy it. I'm going to buy it though, because it's fucking sweet. But so will everybody else, which is good. It's a successful product, and you know they would obviously put work into it, so I think they deserve it. What else is going on? Oh yeah, and Wave 2 is coming up this weekend. I'm finally not working over a weekend tournament, which is fantastic. So I will be casting all weekend. Last time I did a full day of casting for an online tournament was about 10 hours. So I'm expecting probably about 10 hours each day, maybe a bit more. So yeah, there'll be probably a day's worth of content you can look at, which will be fun. And of course, don't forget to tune in as well. The stream should be over at twitch.tv/ESGNLOL, so you can tune in there and check all the action out. I'll probably starting from about 11 AM and going till about 5 or 6 if the last one is any indicator. And hopefully there's a few more pro teams mixed in there as well, because both Gamecom and Mindfreak couldn't attend the last one. So yeah, hopefully that's coming in, etc. All the VODs, of course, will be on GameStar if you want to check out the last one. Then most of them are up there. There's a few that are uploaded, just haven't been entered yet, but I'm waiting for, because I uploaded some and they didn't finish properly because my internet was having a field day of stuffing up that day. So yeah, they didn't work. They look horribly pasty as well. It's an interesting choice of scarf to go against my computer screen, but that's cool as long as you can hear me okay. And it should be alright. It's going to be my mic a bit there as well. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, you can check out the VODs. The last tournament, and it's going to be 4 of them as well, so that's pretty sweet. Weekend tournaments are always good. I'm kind of glad it's not a one day, because we kind of have too many teams for a one day now, and it just takes forever. Just takes so long. But yeah, that should be good. What else can I talk about? No, I can't talk about that yet. Oh yeah, sorry. Thing I was actually going to talk about. So, I had a weekend, last Tuesday, we had a meeting with a Riot employee called Chris Kang. He's the senior business developer for Riot Games. He was here in Australia talking to a bunch of people, myself and 2 other people included, and we went to see. We had a meeting with him, and essentially what they're going to do, and again, I'll talk about this more on Face Check as well. So actually, if you even if you don't catch it live, you can check the VODs as well for that show. That's on at GameStar as well, GameStar.com. We'll have those. That's STAR, not STAR, which I think a lot of people probably got automatically confused about. But yeah, that was cool. Essentially, he wanted to ask us how viable we thought a Australian server would be. So that would be like, yeah, as in a server we put in Australia, they obviously reduce our latency by a ton, and but yeah, we just know how many people would play on it, etc. Do you think they'd like it? And you know, I'd like to hear your opinion. I've talked to a lot of higher / pro gamers that play in Australia, because I tend to talk to them the most, and they're not too happy. Like, I mean, they like the fact that yes, they can play on low delay, but all of them are fairly high ranked on the NA server already. You know, they've obviously had their accounts for a long time. They've got all their skins there and stuff, and you know, they're pretty happy staying on NA, and you know, that's fine too. They're a small percentage of players, so as long as the numbers are good enough, and I'm pretty sure if Riot's thinking about it, then they've got to be pretty good. So yeah, it would be cool, I think. I mean, assuming the server would be populated enough, and again, they wouldn't invest in it if it wasn't. Then yeah, that would be sweet. I think it'd be awesome actually. Obviously we get access to a tournament server as well, so we're able to manage that for events and stuff. Although the pause function did actually get introduced, although the patch is screwed up, so it's not, I think, implemented yet. But the pause function is officially in the game, or officially will be in the game once they fix the bug, whatever bug they had in this patch. So that's really cool. So now, I mean, we're not going to have a tournament server pretty much, just because there's less people on it, it's slightly less crowded, so the ping's a lot better. Well, it's still going to be very good, but it's a little bit easier to manage and stuff like that. And I don't think apparently if you have a normal server, then you might as well have a tournament server as well. So yeah, that could be cool. If you have any thoughts on the server at all, just give us a go. But I think plenty of Australians will play on it, like enough to populate the server. And although a lot of the the pro level players might not play it, and there's maybe 20 to 50 of them, if that. I'm not sure how many actually. It's quite a few, but not obviously a small percentage of the people that play LoL are 2K to 22 to 2400 elo, and playing a team, playing like a pro team and stuff like that. So probably about 50 people that wouldn't want to go, but everyone else I hopefully get over that. There'll hopefully be like lots of incentives and stuff as well. Like it's going to be a good sell, obviously, because again, I know, right, obviously if they invest it, they want people to play on it, and I personally like people to play on it too, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be set up to a point where, it'll be nice, and you guys will want to play on it, so that's good news. I mean, it's like the first time, really, that there's been a major Oceanic server in Australia for a game. Not really the first time, sorry, but, there've been some for every now and then. I think Warhammer Online had one, like WoW maybe had an Oceanic server, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's cool. Again, like League of Legends is willing to expand down here. It's cool as well. We'll have a little office as well in Australia somewhere, assuming the server gets set up, which would be sweet. So a little Riot Australia division of a few people. Not sure how many staff they're looking at, but that's a good opportunity for some people potentially as well. But yeah, of course, as this information gets confirmed and stuff, it's all up in the air still. But they seem pretty keen on doing it. So hopefully, I'm not going to give you a time frame, but hopefully it'll come through and we'll be able to get that as soon as possible. So yeah, again, once it gets confirmed, everyone will know. We'll tell you, and then yeah, that'll be awesome. So yeah, personally, I think it's a good idea that the server's coming up. I think the arguments that I'll have my NA accounts, like that's fine. Like keep your NA account. No one's asking you. Like hopefully there'll be like account transfers offered for free if you want to move, kind of like when they split the Europe into EU and EUNE. EUW and EUNE, so EU West and EU Nordic and East. Let people transfer back over. Of course, that took ages because there's so many players in Europe. And the split wasn't quite as smooth as they wanted it to be. So hopefully, Australian players will get a chance to transfer over. And so if they wanted to have their NA account on the Aussie server, they could just move it. Otherwise, just think of it like a Smurf. I mean, you're playing on close to zero delay with everyone and I think for me the thing I actually like about the pros not playing on the server is that means that the people that do end up playing on the Australian server will, I mean, sure, it's a slightly less competitive arena than just the NA server itself, or even the Korean server, which is another server that's very self-run by Korea. There's so many people in Korea as well, and they all play League of Legends now apparently. So it makes sense that they have a pretty big competition base, and but Australia has some good players, and hopefully new players will rise to the top. That's kind of, and then we'll have a best of Australia, and then the best Australia's on the NA server. We can kind of run them together and see what happens. But I think in terms of expanding the community, it's a great thing to have a server. It obviously means a lot to us. It means a lot to me as an Australian gamer, especially as an Australian LoL player, to have my own server and part of Riot set up in the country that actually cares about Australia. And obviously that means that now Riot Australia, if they get set up, has a chance to do more things for Australian League of Legends and Australian League LoL esports and just other events and stuff. And it all starts with us getting a server and kind of being on it. And to me, it's just a great way to unite our community as well. There's so many people, again, in this country that play LoL that I don't get to hear enough about. I'm on competitive forums, I'm talking to people in League of Legends Australia chat or whatever, but it's a small subset of people that I know play the game and might be interested in becoming more competitive. And hopefully everyone playing on one server kind of unites that. And everyone kind of just plays that way, which would be sweet. Anyway, that's pretty much a wrap up. I mean, there's some other stuff said that was semi-interesting, which I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't have time. No, yes, I don't have time. I don't have time because I'm trying to keep this short. It's probably already over 10 minutes and I've lost my goal. But yeah, that's all good, pretty much. So that was the main thing, just that a server might be coming to Australia. They're looking at investing and putting on here, which is, again, in my opinion, just awesome. Can't wait, cannot wait at all. Yeah, there's some other cool stuff that we learned. That's all like, it's not like I can't tell you, but I just don't know what you're interested in knowing. Like they talked about like new game modes and stuff. Not explicitly, of course. I have no idea what they're like. Although people, I believe, have been playing like an ARAM style map on the PvE or something, which is kind of cool. But yeah, just in general, what the company's like. And Chris is a fantastic guy. If you're listening, buddy, shout out to you. Chris Kang is an absolute amazing person. He met a ton of people in the 1 or 2 weeks he was here. And yeah, he just did a lot of hard work, and it was great to be around. Really sold his company, which is great because it's part of what he does. But yeah, he made Riot look really, really good, and it was great to meet him and see just how interested Riot are investing in Australia potentially. So fingers crossed that happens, because I personally like an Australian server, and pretty much sound off. If you want one, you don't want one, give your reasons why not. Or maybe we'll have a chat in the comments section. Anyway, bye. Signing out for now. I'll try not to forget my vlog again. That was bad.